Good morning, students. Today also accountancy class. We are continuing with our chapter change in profit sharing ratio. Okay. So yesterday we discussed the treatment of goodwill and the treatment of accumulated profits and reserves. Okay. So here as a subheading I have written when reserves and accumulated profits or losses are to be transferred to capital account. So yesterday when we discussed about the treatment of accumulated profits and losses, there after that actually we have to write this heading. Yesterday I forgot to tell you, so you write there this heading, but when reserves and accumulated profits losses are to be transferred to capital account, because there are two cases. If the partners wants to distribute the reserves or general reserve or profit or loss whatever available in the balance sheet to their capital account, what is the treatment? If they do not want to distribute, then what is the treatment? So like these two cases are there. Okay, so first case actually we started yesterday, but this heading also you include there, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so here what is the case is the partners, I told you, in the balance sheet, liability side, general reserve, workmen compensation reserve, investment fluctuation reserve, profit and loss account credit balance, and in the asset side, profit and loss account debit balance, and advertisement expenditure, fictitious asset. We have to write off that loss nature assets. So these assets also will be there. We have to write off means in the nature of loss, and liability side the real reserves will be there. So these reserves, when there is a change in profit sharing ratio, that means reconstitution. Okay, so next year onwards or on a particular date onwards the ratio is going to change. So partners can decide whether to show these reserves, all reserves and accumulated profits in the balance sheet, or they do not want to show. If they want to show, they will not distribute. Understood? It will continue in the balance sheet of next year also, even though the ratio is changing. That means even though there is reconstitution. But if they want to distribute, then that means what, all reserve whatever available remaining reserves, accumulated profits, the partners are taking away. Understood? So they are taking in their old ratios, the full amount is shared by the partners. Okay, so yesterday, as a general topic, we studied all reserves, profits. If profits come, how we write the journal entry. If loss come, how we write the journal entry. So once again, you remember, profit and loss account, credit means profit. Profit and loss account, debit means loss. Okay. So today we will discuss two types of reserve, because that reserves are specific reserves. It's not general reserve. Specific reserve means, when a reserve is made for a particular purpose, for that purpose only we have to use that money. That reserve is called what? Specific reserve. Understood? So that specific reserves generally, we are going to study here two types of reserve. That is, one is workmen compensation reserve, and one is what? Investment fluctuation reserve. So when there is reserve in the balance sheet, these two reserves, workmen compensation reserve and investment fluctuation reserve is there in the balance sheet, how to treat it? Okay, so first we'll go to workmen compensation reserve. Okay, so what do you mean by workmen compensation reserve? I think you remember, workmen compensation reserve is provided or kept for whom? For the workers. So if any accident or any problem comes to the worker during the working hours in the factory, so any accident happened to the worker, so in order to help him, in order to give him medical treatment, or in order to help him financial help, to give him financial help, we can, management has to give us, or management has to spend some money on that. So when suddenly these type of expenditures come, business may not be able to do. So what we can do, if it is a big type of factory setup business, already we can have such a type of reserve whenever we get more amount of capital. Understood? No, it is, we can link with our personal life also. So you in your house also, you see your parents, what they will do when they get more amount of salary, or when some extra money they get from somewhere, what they will do, immediately they will save it, or they will put it in bank, or somewhere they will keep as a savings. Okay, so when an emergency situation come, we can use that money for our purpose. Okay, so like that only in business also, whenever there is a surplus profit in any year, instead of spending that also, we can have a different types of reserve. Understood? No, so this type of reserve is called what? Workmen compensation reserves. Okay, now workmen compensation reserve is there in the liability side. Already I told you, all reserves items, profit nature items will appear in the liability side. But here so many cases can be there, so that cases only we are going to discuss. Okay, so when we see here, one by one cases will will see and understand. So here I have given case 1. So what is case 1? If there is no claim against WCR. So WCR short form I am using, what it is? Workmen compensation reserve. Okay, so no claim means the whatever reserve we created is 20,000 appearing in the balance sheet. This is the small extract form of balance sheet. So only liability side item only there. So WCR I put 20,000. Now 20,000 appearing in the balance sheet. If there is no claim means no accident, nothing happened. It is not compulsory that accident should happen. So if no accident at the end of the year, or we are going to change our ratio, but nothing happened, no accident happened, no claim is there. No claim means no worker is asking money. Understood? So no claim. So no claim means what we can do, whatever we saved, we are not, no need to use, no need to give it to anyone. So that money belongs to whom? Actually to the owners. So in partnership, who are the owners? Partners are the owners. So who will share? Partners will share it. Understood? In which ratio? Old ratio they will share. Okay, so here in sharing form I have not given, just I have put what? Partners capital account. So when you solve, you have to write how many partners are there, you divide it and write. Understood? So what is the journal entry? So each case journal entry also listen, that is very important. So now what will write? WCR account debtor 20,000 and two partners capital account 20,000. Suppose A, B, two partners are there, instead of partners capital account you write what? 2A's capital, 2 B's capital. If they are equal partners, how will come? 10,000, 10,000 will come. Understood? So here generally I'm telling partners capital account, but when usually question will come with the ratios and with the number of partners, so you divide among those partners. Understood? Okay, so this is the first case. If there is no claim, no need of any tension, nothing, just whatever reserve available in the balance sheet, you divide it in the old ratio, so it will go to partners capital account credit side. So you see here, you can see partners capital account is credited. Okay, so clearly understand that this rule is applicable everywhere. Okay, now we'll go to the case 2. So what is case 2? If the claim for WCR is lower than the amount of WCR. Now the claim, the worker is asking for an amount, that is the claim. Okay, is lower than the amount of WCR. So already we saved WCR 50,000, but they are asking only 20,000. So for us it is good, no? Because already we have a sufficient amount in our account reserve. WCR 50,000 is there, but the workman, so whatever accident or problem happened to that person, he is asking, or his claim is assessed only 20,000. So remaining 30,000 is there. Now what we can do with that 30,000? Partners can share. Okay, now what we'll do? So WCR account debtor, so always remember WCR account will be debited in all journal entries, no change in that. Understood? No, so WCR actually it is credit balance, now we are closing it, that's why it will be debited. So WCR account debtor to provision for WCR claim, how much? claim how much? Only 20,000. So for that we will write this one 20,000. Then remaining 30,000. Understood? No? WCR already 50,000 is there, but the claim against WCR is only 20,000. So remaining 30,000 partners capital we will distribute. Okay, here also I put partners capital. You have to divide it in the old ratio. Okay, understood? No? Okay, so here 50,000 will come. You put here 50,000. Okay, this is the second case. So if there is claim but the claim is lower than the WCR. Okay, now third case. So third case you will see if the claim is equal to WCR. Now we have same reserve, how much? 50,000, but the claim also 50,000. Now what will happen? Now you can say, because there is no amount remaining for the partners, full amount whatever we saved we have to give it to the worker. So WCR account debtor to provision for workmen compensation reserve claim. Okay, so WCR claim 50,000. Understood? No? Because here no amount is remaining, full amount whatever we saved we have to give it to that particular worker, because only equal amount is there. Understood? Okay, now if the claim against WCR is more than the WCR, now we saved 50,000. See here, our reserve is 50,000, but the claim is more. That can also be there, no? So these are different situations if business firm can face in future. Okay, so as a student you have to study all situations when a WCR is lower than the claim, or equal to the claim, or there is no claim, or it is if the claim is more than the WCR. This situation you see WCR is 50,000, but the claim is 60,000. So 10,000 claim extra they are asking. So already we saved how much? Only 50,000, but they are asking for 60,000. They will not think no how much we saved and all. Their assessment or the how much accident intensity and all we will see, and we assess the value of claim. So 60,000 it is coming. So 10,000 rupee what? Shortage. So that shortage we will remove, or that we will clear from which account? Revaluation account. So here also WCR debit. Understood? No? In all journal entry you check WCR will be debited. Okay, now the shortage amount, how much we need extra? 10,000, that we are taking from revaluation account. Okay, then to provision for WCR claim. So here one R also you put WCR claim 60,000. Claim full we have given. So what do you mean by, you may doubt like what is this revaluation account? So you know, whenever there is a reconstitution, in order to put the profit or loss in between the reconstitution process, whatever profits and losses come to the business, that time, only that time, the business, the partnership firm prepare a separate account that is called what? Revaluation account. It is like a nominal account only. All profits will be credited, all losses and expenses will be debited, just like our P&L account. But this revaluation profit and loss account, profit and loss appropriation account, balance sheet, this is the financial statements that we prepare at the end of the year. But whenever there is a reconstitution, that is change in profit share ratio in admission chapter, retirement chapter, death also, these revaluation account we have to prepare. Understood? So what is the purpose of preparing revaluation is, whenever this type of things come, whenever there is a loss, whenever there is a profit due to this reconstitution, only that particular purpose, to put the income or expense, we prepare a separate account that is called what? Revaluation account. Now also you see our WCR is 50,000, claim is 60,000. So the shortage money from where we find? So for that we open a separate account 10,000. So if any income come to that revaluation account, we can adjust it. Okay, whatever we have taken extra. So total 60,000 given to that partner. Now this is a loss. See here, revaluation account is debited. So already I told you it is a nature of nominal account. Nominal account means what? Debit all expenses and losses. So revaluation account debited. So this loss 10,000 extra they put and given to the partner. So this is a loss for the partners. Partners has to bear this loss. So ultimately where we will close it, it will go to the partners capital account. Understood? So 10,000 partner's capital account debtor to revaluation account. Now here revaluation debit, here revaluation credit. So it is closed, and ultimately the 10,000 amount is where now in the partner's capital account. Okay. So again I am telling, when you solve question, don't write partner's capital account together. Suppose A, B, C are there, you have to write A's capital, B's capital, C's capital. Which ratio? Old ratio. You can share it and put there. Understood? No? So these are the 5 situations of WCR. Okay. So first, what if there is no claim? Now second one is if the claim is equal. Third is if claim is lower than if the claim is lower than the WCR, and third one is equal. Yes, this over lower than WCR. Then if the claim is more than the WCR. Okay. So I think number I put wrong. Okay, this is 5 for not 4. This is 5 I put, this is 4 you make. Okay. So that is over. Now okay, now we are going to next topic, what treatment of investment fluctuation reserve. So WCR is a different reserve. Okay, understood? No, the situation when we keep that reserve under. Now this investment fluctuation reserve also a specific reserve. So when we create this reserve, that you should know. So investment fluctuation, from that word you can understand investment is what. Investment is, investment is asset, correct? No, where whenever we put our money somewhere as investment, that is called what? Investment. Suppose I am purchasing gold for rupees 1 lakh, so this is that gold become my investment. So if the gold price is increasing, I'll be happy because I can sell it at a higher price. Suppose the gold price becomes 2 lakh or 5 lakh. Okay, so the same 1 lakh rupee I purchased, but the gold price become 5 lakh, so I can sell it and I can earn 4 lakhs profit. Understood? No? So like that only any investment. Suppose you are putting fixed deposit in bank, business is putting keeping fixed FD in bank, that also investment. Okay. And if you purchase shares from a company, that also an investment. So investment problem is, I told you, here you see the market value, that is called 5 lakh. This 5 lakh value increased. Okay. So not only increase, there can be a decrease also. Okay. So this 5 lakh, 1 lakh I purchase, sometimes gold value it is going down, the value, market value is going down to 50,000, then what is happening here? 50,000, so I'll be under loss. Understood? So that is called what? Fluctuation. So investment, always investment, when you keep, the value of that investment may fluctuate. It may be going up or going down also. So two things can happen, that is called fluctuation. So in order to, if it is going up, no problem, no need of any reserve. If the investment value comes down, then it is loss for the business. How to cover that loss? Because we cannot cover it from our usual business profit and all. Then you will be coming with huge loss. Partners will not be getting anything as their profit. Understood? So what we can do, in order to avoid these loss also, we can have a separate reserve. So like that only, whenever the business is having more profits, they can keep what? Separate reserve for investment fluctuation reserve also. Okay. So this also we will study under different cases. Okay. See here first one example, case 1 will see, when book value mm, sorry, when book value and market value of investment is same. So here what? WCR I told you only appear in the liability side and the claim will come. Here you see, we have to first invest somewhere. Suppose I invested 50,000 money and I created a reserve, investment fluctuation reserve, IFR 20,000 reserve I created, but the market value of investment is 50,000. How much I invested? 50,000. Okay. Here how that is appearing in my balance sheet. So the market value after 3 or 5 years, whenever you want to check, or whenever there is a reconstitution, you can check it. Okay. So you checked it, it is coming 50,000 only, so there is no loss. no profit. Both the figures, this one and this one, is equal. So always you see, whenever you study this one, no, investment fluctuation reserve, you compare investment and the market value, then only you go to this IFR. Understood? First you have to compare the difference between this and investment market value. So market value always in question, it will come as adjustment only. Okay, so IFR liability side, asset side investment will be there, and the market value in question paper it will be given as adjustment. Okay, now first you have to see investment you see, then come to investment market value. So here 50,000, here also 50,000, so no loss. If no loss, whatever reserve created, no need to use. So who will take that amount? Partners will take. So a journal entry come IFR account debted to partners capital account. Understood? No, here just like WCR we debited, IFR also will be debited. Any reserve when we close, we have to debit, because already it got a credit balance. It appears on the liability side. All items appearing on the liability side have a credit balance. All items appearing on the asset side have a debit balance. Remember it. Okay. Now this also 20,000 partners has taken away because there is no loss. Okay, due to the market value change. Now case 2 will see, when the market value of investment is less than the book value. Okay, now you see the example. The investment I made, same amount 50,000 I kept, but the market value is less than the reserve. Okay, so here, no, before that I will tell you one more thing. Just wait. Okay, this top side is not visible. Okay. When the market value of investment is less than the book value. So market value of investment is less than the book value. So here 50,000 and the market value is less than the reserve. So here also, no, market value is less than the book value, means investment is 50,000 but market value is going down. So how much it is going down? So that time we have to see our reserve also. Okay, so that is why that case we have to study in different headings. So see here, if the fall in market value is less than the reserve, for example rupees 40,000. Okay, so for the market value is now 40,000. What is our IFR? 30,000 already we created. So what is the loss here? 50,000 we put, but for that investment now we will be getting only 40,000. So what is the loss? 10,000 is the loss. Fall in market value how much? 10,000. But we already have a reserve of how much? 30,000. Okay, so 10,000 easily we can cover because we already have a sufficient reserve here. Understood? No, so that is why it is said, if the fall in the market value is less than the reserve. So fall in the market value is 10,000, that is less than the reserve, that is 30,000. That 10,000 is less than 30,000, no, so that is the first case under this case. Okay, so journal entry how we write? IFR account debtor, how much IFR is there? 30,000. So how much we transfer to investment? 10,000, because only the fall in value is 10,000. So remaining 20,000 amount who will share? Partners will take away. Only 10,000 loss is there. If anything remaining in IFR, who will take? Partners will take in their old ratio. So here also remember, you have to write in partners capital separately old ratio. Understood? No? Okay, so once again I tell you, here investment is there 50,000, investment 50,000, and the market value is, sorry, this is case 1, sorry. Investment is 50,000, market value is 40,000, and the difference between investment and market value, that is 50,000 and 40,000, is given here, that will come 10,000, but we already have 30,000 as our reserve, so easily we can cover the loss. For that, first you put IFR account debtor 30,000, then investment how much? 10,000 only we have to transfer to the investment account, that's why investment credited. Okay, then remaining 20,000 partners will share in their old ratio. Okay, now? Okay, now third case. Okay, if the fall in the market, third case means and under this case second one, if the fall in here also fall in market value only. Okay, so we are now previous one also fall in market value, but the reserve is more than the fall in market value. Now we'll see if the fall in market value is equal to investment fluctuation reserve. So example, when I say, you will understand. Here you see 50,000 is the 50,000 is the investment, IFR is 30,000, and fall in market value is less than the reserve. So here also again it went to the previous one. Okay, what is happening? See here, 50,000 investment, IFR 30,000. So market value of investment is 20,000. See here 20,000. So already I told you, you always compare with the investment and market value. Okay, so 50,000, 20,000. 50,000 is the original investment value, but now you will be getting market value means the present value of that investment is 20,000. So you will be under loss of rupees how much? 30,000 loss. That's why it is said when our IFR and this loss is same. See here IFR how much? 30,000, and our loss also equal. So that is why this case equal. The market value fall in the market value, not the market value. Market value is 20,000. We have to compare what? The fall in the market value and IFR. So fall in market value how much? 30,000, and IFR 30,000. So both are coming equal. So when it is coming equal, partners will not get anything because nothing is remaining there. We have to just sufficient amount to cover the loss. So the full amount will transfer to which account? Investment account. Okay, so IFR account debtor to investment 30,000, 30,000. Understood? No? Okay, now next case is if the fall in the market value is more than IFR. Okay, see here, fall in the value, we'll see 50,000 is the investment we made. So here 10 more, just cut. 30,000 is IFR. Okay, now the market value of investment is 10,000. Okay, our investment how much? 50, market value 10. Already I told you, first this is the process, investment and market value. So 50,000 minus 10,000, what is the loss? 40,000 is the loss, but you have only 30,000 IFR. Understood? No? So your IFR is less than the fall in market value. That is the case. So this 40,000 needed to cover the loss, but we have only reserve 30,000. So the remaining 10,000 from where we take? Like in WCR I told you, the 10,000 from the shortage, where from where we have taken? From revaluation account. So here also you can take it from where? Revaluation account. So as usual, IFR account debtor 30,000, then revaluation account debtor how much? The shortage amount 10,000, to investment 40,000. Okay, so here also this revaluation temporary adjustment account. So here this 10,000 extra we are taking from that account, that is a loss for the business, and that will be carried on by, or it will be taken by whom? Partners capital account. Partners will share it, this loss. Okay, so revaluation will be going to, or it will be debited to partners capital account. Understood? No? So different cases. Now okay, here sorry I forgot to write the heading. This is if the IFR if the market value. Okay, I'll explain, just you see. Investment 50,000 and market value 60,000. So you can understand from this itself. Okay, so investment only 50, but you are getting market value 60,000. So 60,000 means what? 10,000 you are getting extra. Your market value of investment is more. So do we use this reserve? No need of using it. Whenever there is a loss, fall in market value, that time only you have to use it. Otherwise, who will take this amount? Partners will share it. Understood? No. So 10,000 more money you are getting. So if you are getting less money, 10,000, if there is a shortage of 10,000, or if there is surplus of 10,000, extra amount is there, that also will be going to which account only? Revaluation account only. So here three entries we have to put. First, what to do? This IFR. See here, this IFR amount, this IFR amount, who will take? Partners will take. Okay, 30,000, 30,000. Partners will share in old ratio. Okay, now investment account entered to revaluation. From investment, we are getting 10,000 extra. That will be transferring to which account? Revaluation account. Already I told you, whenever there is profit, also will transfer to revaluation, loss also will transfer to revaluation. So, see here, this one, 10 extra. Okay, this revaluation account is credited here because we are getting profit, that is why, or excess amount we are getting 10,000 is credited. So investment account added to 10,000. Then revaluation account added to partners capital account. So this amount who will share? Partners will share and credited in their capital account. So when there is shortage, it is debited. Okay, so when you study, no, you compare it with the previous situation. What are the changes coming to the next situation? Understood? No. Okay, so these are the situations of IFR. Understood? Okay, so IFR, always remember, you first compare the investment value and the market value, and if there is any fall in value, then only you use the IFR. Otherwise, IFR will be transferred to partners capital account. If the fall in value is there, then you find out how much is the difference fall or fall in the market value. That much amount you take from IFR, and remaining partners can share it. Or if it is not sufficient, we can take it from revaluation account. If the market value is more than the investment, that amount excess profit also we can transfer to a revaluation account. Okay, so this much only for today. I hope you understood. If any doubt, kindly contact and ask me the doubts. Okay, no problem in that. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.